On the front line in a divided town, fighters from the Free Syrian Army are taking no chances as they enter this damaged building, even though there's supposed to be a ceasefire in place. They patrol these positions, the scene of heavy battles in recent months, to make sure government forces are not advancing. These men are all defectors, most served in a commando unit. They know how to fight, but they also know the enemy they can see in their sights, the army they once served, has tanks and artillery and is much better equipped than they are. They don't expect the UN ceasefire to last much longer. Their section commander says they're using what time they have left to strengthen their hand.
No doubt we are reinforcing our positions, and we are certain once observers leave, Assad's army will shell the area, wreak violence, destruction and killing. Any person appearing on your screen will find all his family members killed the next day. We are taking precautions.
There are two separate brigades of opposition forces in the town. One group is the ex-regime commandos. The other, the Al-Farouk brigade, includes many more civilian volunteers. However, we were told there's no room for extremists. And it's a military man in overall charge in al-Qusayr. The colonel didn't want his face filmed because he's not defected yet. The Assad government still thinks he's on their side. From this unique standpoint, he gave me his view of the current situation.
I believe Kofi Annan's plan is not viable. It is throttled at birth. The regime is only trying to buy more time. This regime is deceitful. It is murderous.
The Annan plan depends on a relatively small core of unarmed UN observers monitoring the ceasefire. While we were in the town, they arrived for their first visit. Free Syrian Army forces in cars and on motorbikes followed them, driving right up to the town's hospital, now one of the government's main military bases. It was clear some of the fighters wanted to taunt and possibly provoke their enemy. In the fields around al-Qusayr, the Free Syrian Army is using the ceasefire to probe the defences of Assad's forces. They know that if the UN plan fails, they must try to gain territory. This is where the battles would take place. We followed the fighters to a vantage point overlooking the government forces. We've crawled through poppy fields and apple orchards, what would normally be beautiful, picturesque country, but right now this is the front line. And this wall is as far as we can go. Here, Free Syrian Army forces taking up their frontline positions. We were told the government have 8 checkpoints in the area equipped with tanks, artillery and mortars. It's clear the Free Syrian Army are hopelessly outgunned, but they say there's no way they'll give up now. They are preparing for a long, extremely hard fight ahead. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Al-Qusayr, Syria.